Good morning. Come on in. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, we finally have our first soap today from Shannon's Soaps.
It's a Halloween morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Yeah,
come on in, make yourself comfortable. So, at the top of the show, as we build up our collection, we like to mention some of the things that we find.
Yeah.
And this week,
We have...
Sarah procured a small bottle of unscented balm from Sterling Soaps.
Yes, I decided to go with unscented because I just couldn't decide which one I would want. But I did want one that I could just throw on my legs real quick, and this one kind of seemed like a good fit. So
Yeah, and for me, I like to do the aftershave first and then a little balm on top of it. And it's cool, that way I can maintain the scent of my aftershave and the balm's not going to interfere. So
that's our new fun find this week.
Yeah, so head over to Sterling Soap Company. We're big fans. And today's a big day because Shannon Soap Company is simply iconic in the world of shaving soaps.
True.
And somehow...
I really don't know how.
This is our first Shannon Soaps, and this is in her newer Chupacabra base.
Yeah.
I'm super
We don't know
excited.
the old one, but we're excited for this one either way.
Yeah, so I think it's time we meet this.
So. We'd been looking to try and find an Oud soap, and as we were searching around, we noticed that Shannon's had one in her Rust Belt Reserve line. So we've been kind of looking, and we've heard that this might be her favorite in the Discord. We're not sure, but
Yeah,
we're
somebody
excited
said
to try
that
it.
they thought this might be her favorite one of the four. So we're excited to try this, and we didn't know what Oud smelled like. We did a
Newbies.
little research. There is a special tree that
Yes.
grows in Southeast Asia, and it is called the Aquilaria tree. And occasionally, if it has like some kind of threat, parasite infection, the normal
Something,
stuff,
yeah.
it sends out an immune response. And that immune response is a
like a
special chemical response inside the bark of the tree itself. And it is super hard to harvest. It takes a super long time to grow and mature into the fragrance that is lovable by humans.
Right.
And we are super happy that the effort has been gone to make an Oud shaving soap. I'm not sure what the indigo part is.
Yeah, I guess we'll find
But
out.
I'm super excited that it's
Ready?
not just an Oud. It's a something.
Indigo Oud.
Ooh, let's unbox. So we bought this soap directly from Shannon Soaps. This is how it comes.
I can get it open. She uses the good tape,
Yeah.
apparently.
Ooh,
Alright, here
look
we
at
go.
that. Let's see.
It just makes...
Ladies and gentlemen, I
see
don't mean to alarm
some
you,
penmanship
but
here.
I think we have a note! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a note from Shannon. Let's take a look here.
Thanks, Shannon.
I think she might have thrown something in for free. What's it say here?
Test out the bomb and let me know what you think. Aha! It's labeled beard and mustache, but I promise it's really good almost everywhere.
Oh, thanks,
Hey,
Shannon.
thanks, Shannon.
Oh,
How
Shannon,
exciting.
that's so sweet of you.
Fun new
Thank
things.
you. Let's see
Okay.
what it looks like.
Fun wrapping here.
Yeah, my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, she threw in a Bayrum soap,
cool.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon. Oh, my goodness.
I love that. It's beautiful. Look how it comes.
And another little shave sample.
Oh, and a sample for y'all! Because if we smell this sample, we may not be able to review
Right,
the
so
soap
what's it
someday.
say?
Put your hand up and we'll send this one out to you. Compliments of Shannon Soaps.
And we'll have to try this out too,
Here's
the bomb.
Oh, she sent us a whole little care package.
Wow, I feel spoiled. Thank you, Shannon.
Let's see. Yeah, the only thing we bought was the soap. Botanica. Oh, this is it. This is the beard and mustache balm.
Yeah, but she said everywhere, so
Fantastic.
I'm even
I know.
more
Oh, let's
excited.
see.
I love the little tin actually.
And there she is.
All right, everyone.
Oh, the labels never have done justice on the computer screen. You always got to get them in person and take. Oh,
I'm
it's
already getting
just-
whiffs, but I don't know what I'm smelling.
Then we better forge ahead to our first impression.
I think you have to do this one first. I really think the Oud is definitely...
Sometimes I just get a little advanced psychic nudge that a particular
the one
soap
to try?
might be one of my favorites. And even though I have no idea what Oud really smells like, I kind of get that feeling
But
with this one.
sometimes we like ones that we've never smelled before.
Yeah.
We don't have an expectation.
Right.
It's like a new discovery, if that
Even
makes sense.
scent profiles that we don't know but are super beautiful.
Right?
Vetiver or even ambergris, which we might have to devote an entire episode to.
Yeah,
'cause
that's a whole nother
bananas.
thing
That
besides
is
tree sap.
bananas, y'all. But oud, just that.
But the reserve part makes it look rustic,
I know.
you know?
I know.
I don't know if it
just
comes
like
across.
dark
but...
and elegant. I hope the scent is just as dark and elegant as the label. But
You ready?
okay, here we go. You ready?
Okay. No more stalling. It's
Oh
time.
yeah. There you go. Okay. It's a nice pour. Whoa!
Different?
I've
Now you
never
can see
smelled.
why they've like pushed us to get this.
Wow, Sarah, I've
Yeah?
never smelled anything like this.
Okay.
It is
Interesting.
just beautiful. It has a bunch of layers to it. Okay, wait, I need your help with this.
All right.
I need your help.
All right.
Oh,
Here,
Shannon.
for you that care, here's your pour.
There it
Here.
is.
Ooh, it's a darker one.
Look at it. Oh, it's almost indigo. It's almost got an indigo
The
sheen
color. I know. I
to
was
it.
looking at the outside too.
Ha
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, the only thing that's closest to my mind is like a new type of leather. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's not leather.
Not leather.
But that's the only thing my brain's like, huh? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it does smell organic still, you know?
Oh, it's just charming. And I think I can sense what the indigo part is and what the oud part is.
Yeah.
How would you describe the oud, since this is the new part of our adventure?
Well, I guess now that I know there's indigo in there, now I'm like, I don't know which one.
Where does the indigo stop and the oud begins?
It's a different warm, woodsy, like earthy kind of thing.
Yeah. I think the oud itself has like top notes, middle notes, and bottom notes
Right,
sort
just
of to
oud
it.
is its own complexity.
Right. I think that smell changes as you smell it, which I love. It's dark. Okay, this is going to be a thing of opposites. And I think some of the best, like most interesting, most coveted scent notes are very much about bringing the opposites into the equation, because I get something bright and something super dark and spicy at the same time.
Right, and that's why I was thinking like earthy, but also woodsy, like
Yeah. Now let's talk about the earthy part, because it does. It has like a
but it's not
an
dirt.
umami kind of.
You know what I mean? Like it is earthy, but it's not dirt.
Oh, right.
It's like
right. Ooh, let's build a ladder. I think we got to break this one open just a
if water
little
smelling
bit.
out of here and then bring it some life. I don't know.
Yeah. There's almost like a resin quality to it.
But like a darker resin.
Yeah, like
I don't
if
know.
amber were darker, if amber were spicier. Okay, I'm going to make a proclamation here.
Okay.
Of all of the soaps we've done so far, and it's over 50,
It's true.
this one comes to life in the lather.
Okay.
This is a sleeping giant, y'all. Once this happens, no, listen to me. Here are my words. There is 80% more in the lather. I have never experienced this so far. This is meant for water, y'all.
Interesting. Keep
You
going.
smell that too?
Yeah, but I want more.
I know. And now I can really start to break this down. Okay, there's a sweet. The earthy is not like umami. The earthy is not. I don't know how better to explain this. The earthy sometimes has like a mustiness to it, like an earthy smell.
Right, and I don't want it to smell dirty. It's not.
This doesn't have that. I think that's why oud is coveted, because it is that earthy smell without the weird kind of musk to it. It ends clean. It doesn't end musky.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh.
it like it brightened up, like the sunshine went in there or something.
This is balanced.
Yeah, there's something in there that's alive.
Yeah,
Like
I wonder if that's the indigo part. There's a little bit of
and
floral in here.
It's calming without being, like sometimes sweet can make things smell heavier.
Yes.
This still, it has a lightness to it it's maybe like a light sweet.
Yes.
But just enough to kind of balance out the earthy.
Yes.
Parts of it, maybe.
And you know what my brain just told me? This is equally masculine and feminine. Like,
Interesting.
right down the middle. Smell it.
No, that's a very good way to put it, because I'm getting such a light, but like you said, the contrast earlier,
Yes.
there's a dark to a light, but it's almost like that little light span in between.
Right. It's almost like watching like a very well-dressed, very proper young lady walking down the street with Batman. It's like both of those together. Somehow it works, but they're very different. But it works fantastic,
No,
right?
I almost don't want to look, but at the same time, I don't know how to process what we're
It's so
smelling.
different. It's such a different smell. But you know what it is? You ever have a smell? Okay, this is the sit back. You ever have a smell that's not like, your typical a rose, a bubblegum ball, things that
Easy
you're
to
like,
label.
okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
smells good. Something that smells so different and so intriguing that you're like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I need to know. And you like just smell it like 9 times.
Right.
That's what this is.
There's definitely stuff in soaps we've had before that I think are in this, which is why my brain is still trying to like pull it apart.
Right.
But there is something so real about Oud.
Yes. It's almost like you're not supposed to like it.
Right. I would get that.
You love it.
Yeah, it's very enticing.
I don't know how better to explain that.
I know, but
like,
that's why I wanted to read the list because I'm like, there's something else in here that I think is helping us like process what we're smelling.
Talk about magic. It's an immune response of a tree, but it has such an amazing scent. And it's deep.
It's somehow like energizing.
Right. It's not dark.
No.
Like I kind of expected
But
it to
even
be
like
darker.
looking at a darker pour and you'd assume.
Right.
But as soon as the ladder hit, it brightened it up
Absolutely.
quickly.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are parts of it that are uber dark. Uber dark.
But the after.
But the light parts are so light that it all comes out very different. It all comes out on a light side. All right.
Is it time?
Yeah,
You
you know
in?
what? I need to know what Shannon's got to say. Okay, I think I'm already a fan of her descriptions.
All right,
Check this out.
ready?
You start.
Sultry and exotic, Indigo Oud starts with a spicy base of vanilla. Hey, there was something a little
Yeah,
sweeter. Okay, sandalwood.
Love it.
She's playing music for us. And Oud adds warm leather. I thought there was a leather.
You called that! High five!
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
And that's funny. I almost said tobacco, but I wasn't sure.
Holy I even said ambergris.
You did. What the what?
What?
Okay.
Whoa!
And is topped off with lively black currant and bergamot.
Oh, there's so much more than oud going
The
on in
end
here.
result will put you in a mood
An
for
oud mood.
far-off adventure and contemplative bliss. Wow. Depending on your predisposition, either way, you're in for a unique third eye opening shaving experience.
Yeah!
That is true. Holy moly.
Wow! This is one of my favorite descriptions we have ever read.
And we actually knew some of these. I'm proud of us.
I know. I didn't mean that I smelled ambergris in here. I don't mean that. I
Right,
just
we
said
don't know it that
related
well,
to
but it
something
was just
else.
funny.
But wow, how cool! Okay, hold on. We got to take another swing at this now.
So, and I do get the leather, and I thought there might have been a little tobacco, but I wasn't sure.
Yep.
That must be the end of the dark. But it
And
combines the
light.
other smells
Do
together.
you smell what the sandalwood does in this? Smell that.
Yeah, well, we knew it was wood,
Wow.
but what's the tree what's the oud's from?
It's called. Hold on. I wrote it down. This is from the Aqualaria tree.
So I wonder if sandalwood is close to Aqualaria.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, the external of the tree, not the inside sap part.
I know, like Indian sandalwood is
Right.
coveted. That's
I have
sort
no
of from
idea.
closer to that part of the world.
Wow, sultry and exotic. That's a very good way to just like sum it
Black
up in 2
currant and
words.
Bergamot. This is a potion, y'all. And I love the idea of the third eye opening because you don't know what this is. When you smell this, it is just a brand new experience. I wish I could say, yeah, this is blueberries, this is cinnamon. No, yeah, I don't know.
Right?
Wow.
So do the double whiff.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the double
So-
whiff. Ready? Oh,
Because I do get more of the leather tobacco-y from here.
I stand
And here,
by
it's
my previous
definitely
statement. This soap opens up in
blends
the
it.
lather.
Yeah.
More than I've ever smelled a soap to before.
So now that we've read that, do we dare take it a little deeper?
Yes, please. Okay. For me, here's why I think oud is one of those things that like they write folk songs about.
And no wonder it's so cherished. Like,
Ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, everything in the bass notes is absolutely warm and charming and inviting and come on in and build a house out of yourself. Absolutely. And then in the top note, there is something in the oud that is just a little bit, just a little bit. And then that wonderful little edge of like,
What is
wait,
that?
is
Yeah.
that sweet? Is that bitter? Is that, what is that? Everything else in the top note races in, surrounds it, and even if it is a little, those other notes turn it into something, right?
yeah, it is.
It takes a second for your brain to go, yeah, Yeah, you
right?
love this.
But like a really fresh leather
Yes.
that hasn't hit the sun yet. And at the beginning, you're like, oh,
Yep.
you know?
And
it
then
starts
once
to
your
warm
brain
up.
decides it loves it, it wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see myself going over to the cabinet and grabbing this one
Just-
first
yeah.
just to smell it because my brain would go, I want more of that.
Well, and it's hard because I don't have the words to explain it because it is so new, but maybe more of like a resin-y kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
right.
And knowing it came from like a sap, it's funny, but I do get that kind
That
of
makes
a,
sense.
caramelized
I do
kind
too.
of I don't know. That's the
Yeah, think about like walking through like a
Right.
summery meadow and you do get like
kinda
little
smell it.
whiffs of parts of the organic parts of the trees.
I don't
100%.
know, like that fresh bark that's been cracked open or there's something alive about it.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm walking outside in the elements. Like it's definitely
Right. What kind of a person would smell like this?
I don't want to say like lumberjack, but somebody that is outdoorsy, that wears leather, that is out working in the elements, but at the same time has to look presentable for society. So like in normal,
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that make sense?
It's new and inventive while being like traditional and earthy at the same time. And I think that's why I love it. It's just those two worlds.
Yeah. And just like the aging on the label, it oddly adds to like the character. of
Right.
this.
It's like the Roman statue. And we don't comment on lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but y'all,
It's pretty nice.
oh, Shannon, this is just a beautiful lather. And I haven't even put enough water in there
Yeah,
yet.
I still can't get over the fact that it does have this darker edge to it, but no matter what, every time you take a whiff, it like wakes up your senses and like
Yeah.
brightens things up and gives you, I don't know, maybe that third eye experience. But
Right. And I love that it is a sophistication because think of the most sophisticated food or the most sophisticated drink that you know. It takes a little time. It even takes time to develop a taste for coffee. And think of how much you love coffee. So I think what I'm loving about oud is it's like that. It's a scent that it's so unfamiliar at first that you have to meet it. You have to get to know it.
Right,
you have to
right.
get to know that it's nice and it's charming and it's comforting. And then once you do, like coffee or like champagne or any of those more sophisticated tastes, this is a sophisticated
so
taste.
I finally know who I think it would be.
Yeah. What do you got?
Indiana Jones would smell like this.
Absolutely.
Because he's the professor vibe, But when he's adventuring, he's got the leather. He's out. It says put you in a mood far off adventure. I could
Yep.
totally see him being like,
Yep, it is sweet enough to be Indiana Jones
Right.
because he would have a sweet quality to
Right.
it. But after that, leave everything you know about colognes in the past.
But I just, he
Get that out
adventures
of your
through
head.
the woods, the wilderness, the everything.
That's the right
it
word.
Totally
It's an
fits it.
adventure. When you smell this, you're like, I gotta follow that. I need to know
Right?
what that
I
was.
want to know more. Where did that come from? What's ahead? Like,
Right, it's like the very
builds that
first sip of a
excitement.
Dom Perignon. It's like, wait, that is so complex and beautiful. I need to know more about that. Yeah, that is
does that fit?
absolutely. Now, the real question. What lady type would wear this?
Female.
We live near the Richmond shipyards in
Yes.
California, and this might even be like a Rosie the Riveter.
I could see that actually because they
Kinda
were working
smell,
next,
right?
getting everything going for the wars and
Yeah.
stuff. I could see that.
And you're just somebody that loves nature because it does have that plant animal type.
I have a
of
cousin
musk
that
to
does
it.
like bomb welding and stuff,
Right.
and she's like all in with all the stuff. So just someone that doesn't care about
Bold.
labels and is about to do their own thing.
Somebody bold.
Bold is a good word. Maybe has a motorcycle or goes skydiving. I don't know.
Yeah, this is not somebody that gingerly enters the saloon. This is
No,
somebody
no.
that kicks the doors
Right.
open with their foot. Like, hey, what are y'all doing in here, right?
Yeah, that may be accurate.
I love it. Yeah. Oh, Shannon, I am loving this because this is probably the most different soap that we've opened so far, and
True.
it is probably one of my top 5 favorites. I said the F word again.
He did.
I said
He
the F
said
word.
the F word.
It's one of my favorites, I think, just because it's so different
Right.
and
We don't have
beguiling
anything on our shelf that's like it.
and well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything in this just holds hands with everything else and makes it all beautiful.
Yeah, there's
and
nothing
fun.
that doesn't seem like it fits. It all blends perfectly
Yes,
together.
I know. And I know that Southeast Asia is a long way
far,
away, but
yeah.
luckily somebody has figured out the oud thing and there's an easier way to get your own! So head over to shannonsoaps.com to find this and a ton of other cool stuff. One of my top favorite foods is hot and sour soup. And the first time I had it, my brain asked me to take a second to file it, to know where to put it. Turns out it couldn't. There was no good place because it was too good. It was too interesting. It was too new. It was too unique. And that's what this is for me. Because the second day after I had hot and sour soup, I started to crave it. The third day, even more. The fourth day, even more. And I slowly became a junkie. And that is what is happening with this oud scent from Shannon. Y'all, every time I walk past the shaving cabinet, I go, yes, there's a friend. Yes, there's a friend. Right. There's the Indigo Oud. And I grab it and I take a sniff. I know I pronounced that wrong. But y'all, it's just magic. There is something about this that is different and does hit those places in my brain. Something deep and primal that nothing else does. And I'm very grateful for Shannon knowing how to surround it with such amazing indigo things so that it does paint my brain with that color. And y'all, the lather, get out of town. The Chupacabra base, this was insane. It was slick and beautiful and fluffy and a nice firm hug to my face. Made me feel safe and good. And man, I'm already planning on going back to this. Welcome to Messages.
Zanny wanted to help us explain that we are almost at 250 subscribers on YouTube. We are just in awe. I don't understand.
It. Thank you, y'all.
Thank you.
So in honor of that, Rod and Mandy actually reached out from Sterling Soap and wanted to know if they could help us do a giveaway. And we said, of course, y'all. We're giant fans. So in honor of our 250th subscriber, all you have to do is be subscribed to the Barbershop Duet, and we will choose at random one of our subscribers in a week's time, and we will send you out your choice of a 5.8 ounce Sterling shaving soap. Compliments of Rod and Mandy at Sterling Soap and the Barbershop Duet. Thank you so much for being here with us. So there are probably only 4 things that are like giant and legendary in the scent world that we know nothing about, and oud is one of them.
It is.
And I'm super grateful that this was our introduction.
First. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Shannon, for, introducing us in such a wonderful way. I don't think we had any idea what we thought it was going to smell like, which is kind of fun. Even when we looked it up, we were just more perplexed. Like, what? Okay.
So last night when I was like, what are we shooting tomorrow? And she said, Indigo Oud. I was like, oh. Yes, something
our
new.
Schedule, we had to sneak it in as soon as we could.
Brand new adventure.
It does really fit our fall vibes right now.
It so
does.
It
really, I'm glad it fell now. It's like a perfect kind of leeway into this fall season.
Please hold. What do you think, Splash?
Oh yeah, we just
100%. So you'll be seeing the Splash for this in the mentions in the days to come.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Shannon. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, you'll smell better just watching this.
Hey.